This is Tank's Vlog for January 15, 2018, wrapping up the day in sports. The best weekend in the NFL came to an end with some of the best action that you can ever imagine as divisional playoff weekend came to a thrilling close with one will go down in history as one of the greatest moments in the history of the divisional playoffs. What is already being called the Minneapolis Miracle, as Case Keenum completed a 61-yard touchdown pass on the final play as the Vikings stunned the Saints 29-23. Now the Vikings dominated this game early, 17-0 first half lead, but the Saints, you got Drew Brees, who's going to be in the Hall of Fame. Absolute great game today by Brees. And he got the Saints back in the game. Keenum made some mistakes. And this is what's wrong with Case Keenum, is that he is prone to make these mistakes. That's why Case Keenum is Case Keenum. He threw an ugly interception, and the Saints got back in the game and had a block punt too, and they're up 21-20. And the last 3 minutes has got to be some of the greatest football action you could ever imagine, as the league went back and forth. After a great catch by Alvin Kamara, the Vikings answer on a Kai Forbat field goal with 89 seconds left, and Brees got them right up the field, set up a Will Lutz field goal with 25 seconds left. And at that point, Minnesota needed a miracle. They had no timeouts. And he's doing the right passes. He's doing a good job. He tried to get the pass out of bounds. He got a good pass down. And Marcus Williams went for the tackle and missed. And Stephon Diggs had nothing but green in front of him and scored the game-winning touchdown, sending Minneapolis, the Twin Cities, all through an absolute delirium. While back in New Orleans, it was it was an old-fashioned New Orleans street funeral. Earlier, the Pittsburgh Steelers, thinking ahead to the New England Patriots, won't be playing the New England Patriots. You know, here's a curious thing. If you look at the teams that rested players in Week 17, they did not do well in the playoffs. With the exception of the Eagles, and that wasn't exactly a barn burner, a 15-10 win over the Falcons. But let's look at the teams that have won in the playoffs. Saints won the wild card round. They played their starters in Week 17. Now, the Panthers also played their starters, and that's who they beat. Both of them were trying to win the division. They both lost Week 17. Panthers lost to the Falcons, who also played their starters in Week 17, and won their wild card game against the Rams, who rested their players. The Chiefs rested their starters and lost. The Titans, needing a playoff win, played their players in Week 17 and won. The Jaguars played their starters in Week 17 and beat the Bills. The Bills also played their starters in Week 17 because they had to. The Patriots played their starters in Week 17. They won. The Vikings played their starters in Week 17. They won. The Steelers rested their players in Week 17, had the bye week, and came out flat as a pancake against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Down 21-0 before they even woke up. Now they got back in the game, and every time they got within a touchdown, they do something dumb. I mean, Mike Tomlin had perhaps the worst game as a coach I have ever seen in the playoffs. Now, in a lot of the big plays the Steelers made were like, whenever there was not anything to think of, it was ad-libbing. It was after a play broke down. That's how the Steelers seemed to advance. Every time they did something unexpected, ad-libbed, but if they went with the game plan, they just ran into the wall. I mean, Just terrible, terrible coaching job by the Steelers today. Terrible performance. Ben Roethlisberger got them back in the game, and Antonio Brown had a good game, but Steelers defense was not good, allowing 45 points to the Jaguars. Are you kidding me? At home at Heinz Field? Shame. Shame on the Steelers. So now it's the Jacksonville Jaguars on to get the sacrificial lambs for the New England Patriots as they go to the Super Bowl. It's over. It's over. They're going to the Super Bowl. It's fait accompli. There is no way in God's green earth. No way in... Just no way. There is no way that Blake Bortles is going to Super Bowl. Blake Bortles? Really? Blake Bortles? Get real. Well, maybe someone in the NFC can knock them off. Vikings or Eagles. Just think about this. If you don't think that the Patriots get things falling their way, look at the final four quarterbacks left. Tom Brady, Blake Bortles, Case Keenum, Nick Foles. Which one doesn't belong and why? I mean, it's like Tom Brady in the Scrub Club. NBA on Sunday. The Pelicans pecked away at the Knicks, who blew a 14-point fourth quarter lead and lost in overtime, 123-118. See ya! Come playoff time, once again, it will be an empty garden. The Heat cooked the Bucks 97-79. The Pacers eclipsed the Suns 120-97, and it was the Timberwolves 120-103 over the Trail Blazers. In the NHL, the Penguins are climbing back into playoff contention. Don't look now, here they come. Beat the Rangers tonight 5-2. The Red Wings blanked the Blackhawks 4-0. The Flames burnt the Hurricanes 4-1, and that's their 7th straight win for Calgary. And the Canucks beat the Wild in overtime 3-2. Today's three stars are Leonard Fournette of the Jaguars, who had 3 touchdowns, 109 yards rushing. Stefon Diggs, who had that miracle catch and run for the touchdown. And Anthony Davis, who had 48 points, 17 boards for the Pelicans against the Knicks. It's Martin Luther King Day, so happy birthday to Martin Luther King, the civil rights leader. A holiday, a lot of people are going to be off today. And sharing a birthday, because it actually is his birthday, is Drew Brees. Happy birthday, you lose. Happy birthday, you're going home. Marcus Williams missed a tackle, and your season is done. And we take a look back 40 years ago to Super Bowl 12, the first Super Bowl played inside a dome, when the Dallas Cowboys pummeled the Denver Broncos 27-10. The Broncos committed 8 turnovers. Craig Morton had the game. Imagine this, Craig Morton. He started Super Bowl 5 for the Cowboys. It was a quarterback battle for years with him and Roger Staubach. Staubach ended up really taking the job in 71. Was the MVP that year, Super Bowl 6. And Morton was a Cowboys up until 74. Then they ended up going to the Giants, and he was terrible at the Giants. And then he comes up with a chance to shove it in his old team's face, and he, whoo-wee, probably the worst performance ever by a quarterback in a Super Bowl. 4 interceptions, 3 fumbles. So check out the full story of Barstool Sports and its Sports Encyclopedia, where sports history lives. Good day.